Hi, hello, hi. I realize lighting is weird. There's sun, it drifts in and out. Yeah. I don't want to make this video, which is why I'm making this video. That sounds so dramatic, but it's true. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. Don't know why I'm saying that. It also makes it just sound more dramatic. Hi, I'm anxious about this, can you tell? Yeah, so I guess the reasoning why I'm making this video is because I want people to know that, like, they're not alone, and you know, I do have hope that things will be different than it is right now, and I want this to be able to be documented so that that can be seen, that like, hey, I'm feeling this way now, but I feel better in the future. And I especially think it's cool for myself, but also for other people to look at that and be like, okay, there's hope. Yeah. And also, like, I definitely do feel shame in a lot of this, and fear. And some of the things that have helped me the most are just times when I'm able to feel like, yes, it's serious, but life will continue, and almost things that make it feel like it's not a big deal, or make it feel like it's not shameful. So hope that this can have that effect, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna give a quick content warning. Like, there's definitely mental health problems being discussed in this video. And I really, really encourage you, if you think it's going to be harmful for you to watch this, I encourage you not to. Like, take a second. If you think maybe, but like, it's fine. Take a second, pause this, and like really think about it, and then come back or close it. And that's fine. And I know it's hard not to be curious, but taking care of yourself is more important than your curiosity. Probably how. Oh, but I'm assuming, and I think that, I don't know. Live your life. Do what you want. But yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so in the fall, I self-harmed for the first time within 4 years, like after 4 years of not, which was hard. And it just kind of happened once, and then another time the same night. The first time was kind of fine, and the second time was a different way of doing it that was more visible and had more lasting effects. And I kind of had a moment where I just really freaked out about it, because I'm like, oh shit, like, this is a thing that I did, and like, actually, like, this is like, oh my god. And then I just felt a ton of shame, like, why did I do this? Like, made me feel like a bad person, like I'm like hurting my body, like made me feel like just really irrational, like just really alienated, I guess, in a way too. Like, why would anyone do that? Like, I know why. I understand. I have experience, and it's, yeah. So, but it was really hard. And then I also was trying to like justify it, which is why I did it the second time. I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, it's just, it's helping. It's a coping mechanism. And then I did it the second time, and I was like, oh shit, no, I'm doing this out of aggression towards myself. And I mean, I think there's different ways and different reasons why I've self-harmed in the past, and both of those are true. And I think I do think sometimes it is a coping mechanism, and when you can't access any other coping mechanisms, then it's not, then like, then it's something, you know, but it's definitely not the answer. And there's definitely lots of other coping mechanisms that are better and worth learning about and better doing. And I also think it's important to not be like, know that there's better things but not be shamed about it. And also, like, at least for me, these things, and yeah, and I think I'm even more hesitant to do it when I know it's out of like an anger towards myself. I'm like, that's just, no, that's not. But it's hard when you're angry at yourself. It's so easy to want to do self-destructive things. But yeah, anyways, but I was fine after a few months, and then I did it again a couple times, but it was okay-ish. It was just rough. And then in the end of February, a few weeks ago, like mid-February, I just kind of noticed I was crashing, but I was either feeling it like so much, like everything's going wrong. I feel like everything's crashing, my mental health is so much worse, or I'd feel like kind of be in denial of it and be like, you know, things are fine, and like, I don't know why I'm freaking out so much. It's just regular freaking out, you know. And I had an anniversary of the time when I told someone I was struggling, which is also very heavily connected to a date I plan to commit suicide, and it's a very important day in my life, and it brings up a lot of trauma shit. So I didn't really realize that it was that anniversary, but I think that had an effect. And then I like crashed and really broke down and had a lot of weird mental symptoms. Being weird was a strange word, but like really unfamiliar stuff started happening. Like I kept getting really bad intrusive thoughts of like background noise, of like crowd noise. Like it'd be really loud of just hearing a bunch of people talking at once. And also sometimes this would be accompanied with just like paralyzed, like unable to move, and just like this loud talking of all this chatter and this like deep sadness all at once. And that happened a few times, and that was really intense and scary. And also I just was like really chaotic and all over the place and like really not like myself. And just, I don't know, like tons of stuff. Yeah, and anyways, I ended up having some casual suicidal thoughts, and then they kind of got more and more intense, and there was a couple times when I really wasn't okay, and I really thought I was going to die. And I really, really wanted to die. So this is Future Arrow. I added this in later in the video, but I want to add it in here. Currently, like, I am resourced in ways, and I have like a list and a like plan of coping strategies to deal with things when I am feeling suicidal, and I am committed to and have promised myself and others that you know, if I am in a place where I think something actually could happen, I will take myself to the hospital. I will Uber there. Yeah, so yeah, I want everyone to know that that even if this is something that will, like, even if I'm feeling these things or these feelings come up again, I do a plan of a way to deal with them, and I'm not in danger. That was really scary, and some of that relates to my trauma as well. And like, because sometimes I experience flashbacks where it feels like I'm really disconnected from the present, and I'm experiencing feelings that I felt in the past that were related to wanting to kill myself. So but usually it's not something that I actually connect with, and it's more of just like very strong, but it feels real, but I know it's not, and it's not actually how I feel. But if it's even slightly how I feel and I'm experiencing that, then it's like how I feel, you know, and it's really scary. And I also feel so much shame for stuff like that, and it makes me feel even more hopeless, because I'm like, it makes me feel like I haven't made any progress on my mental health, and I'm like, you know, that sucks, and it's like, are things going to go back to how bad they were? And I'm like, I don't want that. And like, I won't experience that. Like, I'd rather die. So, that's hard. Yeah. And then I've had casual suicidal thoughts mostly. There was another time more recently that was more intense since then, but nothing super severe other than that. And you know, like, I hadn't really told people. And the person that I did tell, or the people that I did tell, like, have to have faith in me that things will be better, and I have to have faith in me that things will be better, but I don't know, and that's hard. And something weird though is like sometimes, like when I was experiencing that, like when I was self-harming a lot, I didn't express it like more recently, a few weeks ago, like I was self-harming a lot, and really just letting go and sort of giving up and giving into everything, and it felt so comfortable and familiar. It felt awful and terrible and fucked up, but it was like comforting and like felt good in ways to just stop fighting so much, and that was really hard. And there's things about, you know, being like feeling suicidal that is like makes me feel like I can let go of my fear, because I'm like, I don't know if things are gonna be better, and that's scary and that's hard, and I'm like, I don't know how much emotional pain I'm gonna have to deal with in the future. And then I can be like, you know, if I'm like, but if I don't have a future, then I don't have to worry about that, and so it takes off this fear, so it's comfortable in that way. But like, it's very much in those spaces when I'm thinking those ways, my brain is very much skewed, and I'm able to be aware of that, and able to be aware of like, this isn't what is actually right, and I know my brain is I'm being deceptive to myself, and this isn't actually what I should do, or actually the right answer. And I think something I've been able to do to kind of deal with things is just like, no, like, you know, like, this will pass, and give myself a little bit of time for this to pass, and I know that I'll feel differently, you know. And right now I'm in a place where I'm doing a bit better. I've been really taking care of myself, which also, so like, I've been trying to be gentle with myself mentally, not pushing myself too hard on assignments, because I'm still in university, full-time university, trying to complete the end of the semester. Woo, great timing. You know, gotta love trauma. But you know, not being too hard on myself in assignments, really taking care of myself in different aspects of my life, and physically trying to eat well, sleep well, exercise, like trying to meditate, go to yoga, like shit like that, and also therapy, so much therapy. Trying to increase more therapy, actually, even because I increased from going once every other week to every week, and I want to try to go to a group therapy, and so I'll be in therapy twice a week. I haven't done that yet. That's a new plan. I'm just like, I want more because I feel like I'm doing everything that I can do, and because it takes time to heal, and it can feel like it's not enough. And it also feels like, you know, I've done so much for my mental health. It's like my brain is like, oh, if you've done all of this, then, and you still feel this way, then it's hopeless. But like, it's so much more complicated than that. Like, that's so bullshit. Because there's so much work I can still do. And also, like, life's constantly changing, and, you know, the work we do to help ourselves needs to constantly be changing too. And my life looks so different than it did even like a year ago. So I need to be able to deal with that. Yeah. But right now I'm currently in a state that is very roller coastery. Like, I keep being like, oh, like, I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing. I feel on top of things. I'm taking care of myself. And like, you know, doing really good. And then other times when I'm like, I want to die. And I feel scared that I might, you know, like, and even if I'm not there, it's just like I can feel like really awful and hopeless and in so much emotional pain just really quickly, which sucks. And I can also feel really great really quickly, and like I could experience this like everything is great and I'm motivated and everything's on the way, like, yes, I got this and I like life, and wow, look at how beautiful everything is, and I appreciate myself. And then that super awful hopeless feeling like within the same hour, like, or within the same half an hour even, like, it's wild. And scary and stressful. But a lot of the time I'm kind of somewhere in the middle trying to like reconcile with this, like, know that I could experience either of those things at any moment, and kind of not feeling afraid of that, and also kind of being like, okay, like, just because I haven't been doing well lately doesn't mean that that's a predictor of the future. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, but yeah, I'm just trying to manage with everything that's going on in my life, with figuring out how to handle all the other things that are happening, in addition to my mental health, like, you know, interacting with other people, relationships that I have with other people, school, my future, also working, but like that's actually not something that's stressing me out, which is really nice, because the way that my job works. So yeah, and I've been struggling with isolation recently because I feel like I don't have very many people close to me, and the people who I am close with, I still don't interact with very often usually, and for various reasons I feel like I can't really seek support. And I feel like I've been calling on support from people a lot recently, and I also can't tell, like, in different situations how much of that is just because, like, I have this natural tendency to feel like a burden, and how much of that is actually like true, and I want to do that, and I should really listen more to other people's boundaries and give them a chance. But I also know that like it's hard to establish your own boundaries, and I don't know, I just want to spend more time with people, but everyone's busy, and like I'm not really in any situations where I see anyone regularly, and I find it really difficult to make friends, and I would really like to have more friends that are near me or that I can spend time with, and see more regularly. But I can socialize with people very easily on like more of a service level, but deeper. It's really hard for me in person. It's really hard for me to set up things to spend time with people in person. And I don't think I have the emotional capacity or am in a place where emotionally where I want to bring anyone new into my life. So, but I want to feel like I have more friends. But I don't know, it's just that, and then also physically, like, oof, my body has not been happy with me, because even though I've been treating well, generally, mentally sometimes, like when I'm not doing well mentally, I get headaches and migraines, and my body hurts, and my limbs fall out. Well, like, I have hypermobile joints, so they like dislocate a little bit, and it's just kind of uncomfortable. And like, my stomach's been hurting, and I've been feeling nauseous, and I've been having nightmares, which makes it harder to sleep, but I found solutions. This is where I'm at. It's weird. I'm trying to like, I hope that people don't see this as like me whining about my problems or like looking for sympathy. I just want to be able to be open about how I'm feeling, and not feel like I have to hide it or have to be ashamed of it. And I also think that this could be interesting or helpful to other people, so I wanted to share that. Yeah, also being vulnerable makes me feel strong, and this is a moment that would be vulnerable is to post this, so yeah. Alright, I hope you are all having a great day, and you know, taking care of yourselves, and yeah. Thank you for watching this. You got this. I got this. Let's do Journey of Life together or separate. I don't know. You do you.